Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Comics Unchained, where we talk about all your favorite comic books. Today we are going to be taking a look at Children of the Atom, issue 1 from Marvel. We're going to also be looking at... Damn it. I fucked up again because it's closed.
That's fine.
We're going to also be looking at Nocterra by Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniels. And then on our last book, we're going to take a look at The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 61. That is done by Nick Spencer and Patrick Gleason. As always, I'm your host, Sergio Sanchez, and joining me is my co-host, Indiana Leon. And through the voice in the background, you will hear Crystal Roy has joined us on the show. So, yeah, stay tuned, and we hope you guys enjoy today's episode.
So professional.
All right. So, shut up.
Nice.
Anyway, so today we're going to be looking at our first book, which I read. I got a chance to read, which is XMen, Children of the Atom, issue 1, 2021's version of it. And I'm going to go right off the bat here, guys. This story, I struggled to read this one, dude. It's our first, man.
What a shame.
Like,
what a shame.
I wanted to I wanted to like this book. I really did. The problem is like as I'm reading it, I'm like getting up and walking away. I'm like setting it down. I'm just like struggling so hard to want to relate to any of the characters in this book because we do not follow the X-Men. This is a brand new team consisting of Cyclops, Lass, Marvel Guy, Cherub, Gimmick, and Daycrawler, which are some new mutants that are introduced in this book.
What?
Yeah. So it's like a whole new, like a new team.
Okay.
And they're actually inspiring to be like the new X-Men. As you know, all mutants, if you were following, if you've been following Marvel for a while and some of the X-Men comics, you know that like Kratos is a big thing where all the mutants go and have an immunity to everything. So being in that point and logic, the X-Men are on a, trying to get them to come here because they're still living in the human world, which is, they're trying to get all the mutants to be safe because you can be resurrected in Kurotoa. You don't have to worry about death. Rules, like all the stuff in mutants doesn't really apply to you. And these guys really are trying to just make a name for themselves and be heroes, whereas right now you're not allowed to be like a teenage superhero, apparently, from what I got in this book.
Yeah, that's a big thing, yeah.
And so like, no capes. No capes.
Jesus. Didn't we go through this already? Didn't Captain America die? Didn't we?
Yeah, but he didn't wear a cape, dude. He just got shot.
He just got shot.
Like on the steps.
By his girlfriend, no less.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes, this happened a while back. Great read,
we'll
by
get
the
into
way.
it one day, trust me. Great read.
So like I really tried Vita Alea and Bernard Chang. Really, like, the artwork is good still in this book. But the story, man, I struggled to get through it. And other people might see this a little bit differently as they pick up this book and read it. But the cover art, that really is what stood out to me because it's
a beautiful cover.
It's a beautiful cover. I did pick up the variant. I think I picked it up for about $15.99 at a local comic shop. That thing ran that we have here in town. It's called Ground Zero Comics. That being said, I didn't relate to. Yeah, I didn't really relate to the characters, and we talked about some in some of our other shows, some of our other videos. That's what it's all about sometimes, man. You gotta want to relate to these characters, and right here I didn't.
Very big.
They've got a little bit of the inner monologuing going on, which me and Indy will always tell you that that is one of the big key things that we talk about in some of our books. But I didn't get that in this book. I really can't emphasize enough that if I have to take too many breaks to struggle through a book, and then the ending is lackluster as well, I'm really half tempted to continue reading.
Give me some kind of a punch at the end.
However, I do have a comic book rule, and Indy knows this rule. I give it 3.
Yes.
I'll give it 3 books. And unfortunately, I dropped that money. I dropped that $4.99 on 3 books. Even if I won't like it, I'll drop that money on 3 books. Or if they run 5, I'll finish an arc. I give them an arc because I don't ever judge what I first read, by what I'm talking about. I don't hammer down on that too bad, dude. But this one, it's a struggle to get through. If you're not feeling it, if you're holding it in your hands and you're breezing it and you're a toss up between this book or something else, I'm gonna say go with the something else and see if you like it. Come back to the story if it intrigues you, okay? Yeah. But I'm not gonna even give you any spoilers in this. You got a whole new team. The first chapter of the book covers the new team fighting some supervillains. The second half of the book covers the X-Men talking about going and getting them, about like Storm wanting to come in and talk to them, which is always cool because you get to see Storm and her guiding role, which has led her to being a leader of the X-Men for quite some time. But like I said, I couldn't get behind this guy right away. It might grow on me. Let's see what issue 2 and issue 3 can throw at me and see if it can change my mind. But as of this week, if I had to say get it, buy it or skip it, I'm going to give you to skip it. And I really hate doing that, dude. And it's no offense, dude, to the artist and the writer. Like, has nothing to do with that.
Who knows who might have come in and told him, hey, you got to change this. We don't know, But I'm hoping for a redemption story in maybe a few weeks or a few months from you, but we'll find out.
Yeah, but let's find out where it goes, because right now, not feeling Children of the Atom. Crystal, I'll let you kind of flip through this like later on.
I skimmed it, and I just honestly, for me, I couldn't really get into it at all. I mean, I was just like, okay, flashy scenes, but other than that, it's like, okay. So I had to put it down.
Flashy.
The beginning was all flashy, and then after that,
visuals aren't everything. They help, but they aren't everything, especially once you start really reading books.
Yeah, you've said it before, dude. Like, we can sit there and we can say, like, oh, this artist is great, and it can make or break a book. It can. But the writer's got to do his part too. Yeah. Exactly. And the storytelling has to be there. We've said it a bunch of times, dude. It doesn't matter who you put as your artist. He can be the biggest up-and-coming name. If the artwork's not there, it's not going to do it for some people. And if the writing's not there, it's not going to do it for that other half of people. So, exactly. So it's like, dude, what the fuck? Get shit together. Or I could just be an asshole today, and nobody likes what I'm laying down. And fuck me, right?
I mean, I don't know. I've trusted your judgment in the past, and I've been pretty aligned
if
with
I
you,
can convince anybody to read Aquaman, like, oh, you laugh. Yeah. You laugh at that now.
It was
Crystal.
A great run. I almost was pissed that I almost missed out on the first issue.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have. This was back New 52, right? This is what we're talking about?
Yeah, New 52. Yeah. The New 52 run of Aquaman was super great, dude. Yeah. So if you ever get a chance, get those in volumes or graphic novels, man.
Volumes, yeah.
Take a look at that. Oh my god, it was like I was shocked at like.
Yeah, just episode 1.
Your buddy Sebastian. 1, I think even Anthony got on it, and you guys were just like, dude, I would have never caught myself reading an Aquaman comic, but holy shit,
it's true. Yeah,
but holy shit. So, X-Men: Children of the Atom. Check it out if you guys want to. If you've got something else in your pool that you're kind of leaning more towards, go with that. Come back to it. I'll let you know what we look at as we move forward with this book. Because, like I said, I'm going to give it the 3.
Yeah.
All right. So, Indy, you got something you want to talk to us about. And this is coming out of Image Comics, dude. So, let's take a look at that.
Yes. So, for one thing, it's an Image book called Nocterra. It's a little misleading at first. You're not sure what the hell that word even means. But then you see the cover and you're like, okay.
For nocturnal.
It's kind of, there's some night stuff going on here.
Terra for ground.
I think it's Earth.
Y'all got redneck. First word, red, power, flame, and passion. Then you got neck.
which means
neck. All right, but without that, you still got red. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Wow.
So yeah, and I'm pretty excited for the book just when I grabbed it because we got Scott Snyder, who was one of the leading fronts for New 52. When it came to Batman, he kind of got the whole Court of Owls thing started. He did a couple other books for
Court
DC
of Owls
that were
was
pretty
so
great.
good.
It was
so good.
It was the best way to open up Batman with a new villain, but not just a villain, but like a society, basically.
Yeah, so good.
And then Tony S. Daniels, who also from DC, did a lot of great covers. I like to compare him to Jim Lee, how he kind of blew up at one point. Tony S. Daniels did the same, but he was writing and doing art, and it looks like he's definitely a little bit more committed to the art in this book. And just to kind of give you a sense of what this book is like, visually great, of course, because Tony S. Daniels. Dialogue great. The story moves along really nice, but what I got from reading it was these vibes of like horror, which I don't get a lot out of books. There's not a lot of good horror books out there, so it's kind of like
it's a horror book.
I would give it that classification, along with that post-apocalyptic Mad Max kind of feel. A journey is coming kind of a deal. And it's with a little pinch of, and I'll always reference this film whenever I get a chance, but Pitch Black with Vin Diesel, which was phenomenal.
I love that movie.
I love it so much.
The first one was so good. The second one, not so much. The third one, great again.
The third one, great again.
Okay.
And with that, this book just comes together really nicely. Gives us a really great shocker of an ending.
Really?
That is definitely getting me really excited for the second
issue.
Okay,
lay this down for me really quick. Give me a picture in the book. Something that's not going to throw away the ending, but something that's going to what's going to snap me and get me into there, dude?
The first moment of action where our main character has to run into what I would consider, and I remember I said horror, so the monster of this post-apocalyptic world.
Ooh. Is it like one monster or multiple?
Oh, no. Oh. This is like insurmountable odds. Like the human race is hanging by a finger right now. So I really enjoyed this book. If you like that kind of just like post-apocalyptic horror type kind of thing that's going on, that's had its popularity in our day, with Walking Dead and things like that.
Yep. There are there's always like that audience for that post-apocalyptic stuff.
Obviously, yeah.
And this sounds like something that's pretty cool. I mean, I might take a look at it. If anything, I'll skim it.
Yeah, I mean, even the good skim, the art's good.
No. So I mean, but it's hard to find that post-apocalyptic story that's gonna do it for you nowadays, considering like everyone does it. Like there are so many in that genre. I mean, like, dude, even if you look at like movies nowadays, like there's so many movies with that. So it's really hard to I don't know, want to read something that's good.
Okay, I googled it. It actually looks like a good read.
Yeah,
I'd probably get into it.
Most interesting part I find is how this world became post-apocalyptic. The way it became the way it is now is really interesting. The science behind it, they haven't gone into depth with, but I'm hoping that as the book goes along, we get more in depth about why this happened and how it happened to Earth.
So as an really image book, this is issue 1, right?
This is an issue 1. I know that they printed a lot of copies of it. So
yeah,
because it was actually a Kickstarter apparently.
Oh,
that they wanted to get going. Yeah, and they got enough funding, and then Image was like, "Yeah, we'll publish it for you." And then it came out. I had a few friends who actually donated to it, and they got like a special hardbound issue 1 cover.
Oh wow!
It was like, dude, why didn't you tell me? I would have done it too. But
because, dude, I mean, I'm all for that kind of stuff too. Because like whenever you can get something to help get a comic going that like somebody believes in or you think is going to do well. And then to get picked up by like a major publisher like Image, that's totally cool, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Being in issue 1 though is like something you could take a look at, Crystal, because it gives you somewhere that like it's not a story that's ongoing. It's a brand new book. It's something that's barely out. So like you can take a look at that and want to read it, right? So I mean, maybe we'll have her check it out, and she can like come
I think we should.
back to that.
I definitely will.
A post review.
Yeah, and then come back to that like as a or like maybe she'll jump the gun on you and pick up issue 2 after she reads issue 1. And then boom, like she can like
to remove me from my kingdom.
Well, that'd be kind of easy.
Oh,
well, yeah, because I have weakness.
Yeah,
water.
Yeah, let's go with water. Yeah, I'm like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. I drink a little bit of water and then I'm choking it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you do that.
I literally do. It's disgusting. Because it just comes like right out of my nose, and then I'm choking.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's true. I've seen it. It's not pretty.
He has seen it.
You should see it when he's driving, though. It's quite hilarious.
Worse.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
But hilarious.
And then we have to park the car, and we run out, and we're yelling bees. The cops just like leave us alone.
Yeah, one time he
that's
threw
the
up
only
on
way
a
we got out of
handle.
that ticket.
They were pissed. So Nocterra, guys, check it out.
We're maniacs.
Because, like, I mean...
Yeah, please do.
It sounds interesting, dude. You blend that, like, horror, too. You don't get a lot of books where it's like you're blending that horror aspect. So that's really cool. And, again, it's by Image, so you know they're going to do, like, that genre, right? And it sounds...
They put
like,
the best stuff out. They really do.
Definitely. And it sounds like they put the right, like, doing their Patreon.
Team. Yeah.
Yeah, like, they pitched it to the right people to pick up something that's, like, horror and post-apocalyptic. This Image has got a lot going on too with like I believe there's another post-apocalyptic. Jesus Christ, I can't ever speak correctly. How many times I gotta say that word today?
We can get through it.
Apocalyptic type fucking books,
There you
right
go.
there. Jesus God, smite me! I swear.
But you got something a little less post-apocalyptic for us, right?
I do. And I want to jump. Yeah, this is definitely. And if you guys know me, I'm definitely, and Indy can, agree with this. I'm a big Marvel DC guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I look what I'm wearing. It's like all,
and there's more to come.
And I will have more by CBC. So, but yeah, like I'm a huge Marvel guy, dude, and I've always liked there's always my characters I've loved. I've been reading Marvel for years, so I always go back to it. And DC, it took me a little longer to get into the DC stuff, and that was because X-Men the animated cartoon when I was young, that was, and I'm pretty sure everybody could attest this, was where you start. God, I hope my son starts there.
You
and
forest fire. What?
You refer to me referring to you, which is incorrect. So I jumped back in and I went ahead this week and I picked up Amazing Spider-Man issue 61, and I gotta say, this is what caught me was the cover, because we're looking at the cover and new costume. New Spider era begins here, new job. So I'm like, okay, maybe this, I don't have to read too far back into, like, maybe this is like a new story they're starting. They're giving him a brand new suit, which you can kind of blend and see on the cover, because they do like a half, where it's like Spider-Man in his origin suit on one side, and then on the other side you've got the new suit.
Nice.
So again, this is like, you've got to do a little bit of back reading, because you got to see where he's teamed up with Boomerang. Now, because like that's a thing, like him and Peter Parker are buddies. Now I'm gonna go ahead and point out that I have not been reading Amazing Spider-Man, dude.
Previous to this issue.
Previous to this issue, so I'm taking a leap of faith here, and if 61 is good, my bank account's gonna hurt because I'm gonna go back and get all those and ask my comic book guy over at Ground Zero, Dave. I'm gonna be like, Dave, how much time you got? Nah, how much is this going to cost me? And I pray to God it's not like when I bought my wife the entire run of Spider-Gwen. No, I apologize.
Man.
Gwenpool.
Yeah, Gwenpool.
Oh, dude.
I bought her the entire run of that because she wanted it. My wife doesn't read comic books. She wanted something. I bought it. All right? I bought her that entire run, dude, and I'm like,
holy, a good paycheck.
Holy crap. Like, that was a lot of books. So hopefully I don't have to do this with Spider-Man, but if I do, hey, I'll keep you posted, because that might be some fun. So Nora Winters meets up with Peter Parker. I'm assuming Nora Winters is a new character, Indy?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Gwen Stacy at first. I'm like,
no. Wait, that's not?
That's not Gwen Stacy. It's not the same fucking thing. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's that? Anyway, so they, her and I was fucking shocked here. J. Jonah Jameson, who's like on Spidey's side now, or is this something they did?
There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
All right. So I'm gonna go there.
But I'm liking this surprise from you because it's since your first time seeing it. It's great. No, it's great. I love it. All
right. So, like, they're like, hey, we made you this new costume, dude, and here's what it's going to do. So, without spoilers, I'm not going to spoil it for you too much, but they, pretty much, they take Spider-Man online. And, it goes into, like, people can log in to your VR headsets, into your smartphones, and through Spider-Man's eyes, and you can hear his voice, you become Spider-Man. Like, you don't take control of him, but, like, you see what he's seeing. Eat who I eat. And join me. I'm Genghis Khan. The Simpsons reference.
Oh my god!
But you become Spider-Man, and it becomes like this viral sensation, and it's like you dive into that world, so you get to see everything from like Spidey's point of view, without revealing that it's Peter Parker. You get like, and like, it's funny because like through some of the fight scenes, people are like, yo, Spidey, tweet this, and they're tweeting Spider-Man, and so like you got Jonah yelling in his ear like, oh, this guy says he wants you to shout this out, and so Spider-Man's like, okay, and they do like a fucking pun on Hydro Man, who's one of the villains he's fighting, and like Spidey's even like, wow, that was fucking weak even for me, dude, and like doesn't even like, it's like, really. So, like, people can give Spidey, like, his one-liners and stuff, which is, like, what he's always been known for. But the end of the book comes as kind of quite a surprise, because I didn't expect one of the villains who shows up at the end. You've got, like, Boomerang trying to do, like, his get-rich schemes and stuff like that, which is kind of funny, because, like, I don't know much about the Boomerang character. So seeing him, like, reading him for the first time, I'm kind of like, holy crap. Now, my feels on the suit, I love the suit. Looks awesome. Kind of gives me that Iron Spider vibe for when Tony
I had a feeling too,
yeah, so like I thought that was cool, dude. So like I'm like, dude, what's dope? Like, it enhances his spider sense, it enhances his strength, it enhances some other stuff, like I think his webbing. So like they did do some upgrades to the suit, so let's see how he likes it. But it's definitely worth the pickup if you're just jumping in, because like you don't have to follow that too much to the background. So, like, that's what caught me on this. And I'm like, holy crap, I can read this book without having to go back 60 issues and be like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Even though I'm like, okay, Jonah's on his side. Nora Winters, I have no idea who that was. So I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it. I'm going to just go for it. And I was not shocked. So if you're all reading Spider-Man, I thought this was great. Some people might not like it because of the direction it's going. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
And but I thought it was really cool. So check it out, Spider-Man issue 61, The Amazing Spider-Man. Make sure you grab that one, because that is out. But I really like the cover artwork on this book. Artwork, as always, is great. So yeah, just. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm probably gonna get back into it, pick up issue 62, 63, follow where this goes, and see where it's going. Especially because of what's gonna happen at the end of this book. I really want to see like if that's what happens in issue 2.
Nice.
So, what do you think?
The suit's nice.
You know what, Crystal? That's nice. Thank you. That's all we need from you.
Yeah. So, I guess like, should we just wrap here?
Don't break your brain over this.
Yeah. Don't wrap yourself too much. All right.
Oh man.
So I think with that, it's gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode. We hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget, if you like anything, let us know down in the comments, please. How we're doing. We're still getting some setup stuff fixed. We
Yeah.
are working on a lot of things. So let us know if there's any books you want us to take a look at. Let us know if you enjoyed what we're talking about. If not, let us know if your thoughts on the books in the comments. And I think something we should start doing is taking a look at some of those comments, and we'll add them in future episodes and be like, we'll name drop you and tag you in it. If that's something you guys think that we should be doing. And so that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for us for the day. As always, I'm your host, Sergio Sanchez, Indiana Leon, and joining us from the voice from beyond, Crystal Roy. So, and as always, guys, keep on reading.